All right. We are going up in weight. So this morning we were 173 because we've been eating a lot of food. So I figured this week we could just do a little full day of eating because it's also been a very busy week. Actually, I did something this morning that I really don't enjoy to do, but I slept in a little bit longer till like 5:35 or 5:45, almost 6 o'clock. Not a big fan of doing that, but it's technically an off day for me. Even though I'm really not off, I'm going to go work with my mom and her boyfriend. They run a little HVAC company, so we're going to go do a little work with them, make some extra cash. So I really don't take days off. You get a day off, and then you go find another job to do, and you just keep working. So don't worry, because we're going to keep eating. This is the third job. We have multiple jobs. So this is going to be the first meal of the day, pre-workout meal. 250 grams of rice, 150 grams of chicken with 32 grams of almond butter. I think this one's getting low, I might have to switch it out. So, and some pink Himalayan salt. May sound odd, but you put the almond butter inside of the chicken and rice, and it's actually very, very good. So you have to try that. So that means we still have a little bit of time ahead of us before we can get to the gym, because I'm going to have time for this to digest. The way I generally do it will be after I eat this pre-workout meal, I go walk on my treadmill in the basement for like 20 minutes. That also just helps get it digested. So we're not going to talk too much. We're going to get this almond butter on this chicken and rice, and then we're going to eat it and try to get to the gym as quickly as possible. Get on with the day. So I'm not generally the biggest fan of when I don't, get up at 4 a.m. But the night before, had a late night meeting. I wasn't able to get home until near 11, get to bed like midnight, turn right around, get up at 4 a.m. and actually had to go work out and train with a customer super duper early. So, and then go work the store the entire day. So I was operating off of a little bit of sleep, which is not unnormal for me. But the goal is to grow, right? And I know how important sleep is. So that was kind of what was running through my mind when I woke up this morning. I was like, it's leg day. We're trying to get big. We can't be doing multiple nights of minimal sleep. It's just going to hinder the lift too. And I really like to lift heavy. And I want to be able to go hard in the gym. If I walk into that gym and I'm just like feeling sluggish, feeling tired, and I have a crappy workout, that's going to add and compound to the rest of a crappy day. I'll feel bad and I'll beat myself up because I know it's because of my sleeping. So, sleep, water, and obviously nutrition are super, super, super key components of everything. You can have the perfect training split, but your sleep's completely off and you're hitting plateaus. You could have the perfect training split and your nutrition is horrible and you're hitting plateaus. So nutrition's always going to be like 90% of it. You can look at your supplementation. You got nutrition, training, nutrition, supplements. It's always going to be like 90-10, however you look at it. So make sure your food's right, and then make sure you're sleeping, and you should be growing. If you haven't ever tried almond butter inside of chicken and rice, you need to. But just make sure you add pink Himalayan salt. It actually just brings it all together. So we'll eat this meal, get to the gym, train. I may have like a couple cuts of the gym, we'll see. Pack a cooler full of a bunch of meals and bring them with me to go to work with my parents, my mom and her boyfriend, because we don't miss meals. I'll unplug and carry a whole microwave around in the work van with me because we're just not going to miss a meal, man. It's not going to happen. That would be why I'm such a big meal prepper. because I also have such busy days and I'm not at the house very often. The days that I am, sometimes I am. You know, if I'm off and I don't have much to do, I'm probably around the house all day long. That wouldn't be uncommon in that scenario, but I'm generally not around the house, so I don't have time to put together a meal, whip up a meal, or even have all the chicken cooked, all the rice cooked, and everything, beef, whatever, in separate containers and just portion them out daily. That's also a headache. So I like to get an idea of the meal plan at the beginning of the week and prep it all into containers to where these containers I'm grab and go, because I'm always on the go. Forgot my water. The workout meal, water. First thing I hit in the morning. Yeah, salt and water definitely is the first thing that your brain wants in the morning. So we're just gonna finish this pre-workout meal and then head up to the gym and then carry on with the rest of the day. All right, so we're a little behind schedule. Just got back from the gym, and this is meal number 2 on the day. This is post-workout meal, so simple 2 bagels with 32 grams of almond butter, what was it, like 36 grams of jelly. So yeah, don't really have much time, 2 scoops of isolate. So, it's supposed to be over at my mom's at 9, which they're generally, you know, not ready by the time I get over there anyways, because I get up at 4 a.m. and then I'm over there and I'm like ready to go, and they're like, you know, still kind of starting their morning. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my time this morning. This will be the one time they're kind of ready to go. She calls me on the way home from the gym. She's like, you on your way? I was like, well, I gotta go home and eat a meal. So we're gonna get this down really quick. I really like whenever I do post-workout at home versus on the go. I am known to like have the food scale with me all the time and like eat it at the gym if I have to, just because I'm always on the go. So yeah, I like when I do it at home, because then like I like to toast the bottom, just the bottom side of the bagel. I just slam these down real fast because I like to consume the minimal part of the bagel with all the butter and jelly, and I just really get to taste the butter and jelly. The almond butter, it's really nice. So yeah, legs went well. It's gonna be in the video, but that 365 PR felt nice. I have no systematic approach when I go for PRs. I just go in there and I'm like, I'm gonna try this. Then I do it, and then I move on to pursue the pump. So. I just really enjoy lifting heavy weights, so that's why I do it. Got a few tasks we're going to try to get in today, like mow the lawn, etc. But don't have much time for this meal. We're going to slam this down, get over there so we can start the work day. This next meal you'll probably definitely see me eating in a work van or something like that, but we'll find out. Shouldn't be a long work day, so I would show you the macros on this. I'll probably just put them on the screen later in the video because I'm actually filming with my phone right now. So, and I can't remember them off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm filming with the phone instead of the camera. It's just been a busy week, so I figured we're gonna throw this together because we're gonna be consistent and we're gonna keep at this. So I'm gonna slam this down and I'll catch you guys for meal number 3. Alright, we're gonna have to make this meal quick. We're currently throwing in a zone system, putting in some motorized dampers, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna take the time to explain that to everybody, but got the food scale, beef and eggs. Once again, like I say, I'll put the macros up on the screen later or something, or at the end of the night, you know, go over what the calorie intake is. I know it's roughly over 4,500, but we got one more bagel on the day, with just 16 grams of almond butter, 2 whole eggs, 150 grams of beef, and that is meal number 3 on the day. So, got a decent amount of work to do here, so I'm going to try to make this all quick. Combo here. A little fork, a little spork, a little knife and spoon. Everything you need. If you don't carry a food scale with you everywhere you go, are you really trying to bulk, you know? Are you really tracking macros? This time we're gonna get it all in one go here. Perfect. Start with this beef and eggs. Save this as like a little dessert. All right, meal number 4. Back home, finish up the work day. I'm gonna eat this meal and then head into my store, do a couple things. But yeah, my video cut off on me on the last one because my iPhone storage was full. I think filming in cinematic takes up a lot of space. It shouldn't have done that because I deleted a lot of old stuff before this because it's already given me that issue. But I also deleted a lot of apps, so hopefully it doesn't cut off on this one. So this is the second chicken and rice meal of the day. The pre-workout one is as well. But no almond butter in this one. This one's 220 grams of rice, 200 grams of chicken. So easy, simple. Pink Himalayan salt. I'm back home, so I put a little Louisiana hot sauce on it. Something I really want to talk about that today made me think a lot about is being open-minded. Because anybody who knows me knows I'm very structured, very a routine type person. I like routines and really like discipline. However, that does not make me very close-minded. In fact, if you know me, you know I'm the complete opposite, and I'm pretty open-minded and don't know a stranger and can go and talk to anybody. That's a skill that's honestly gotten me very, very far in my life. because I never want to be the smartest person in the room that I walk into, in any room that I walk into for that matter. Because honestly, if that's the case, then you're always walking into the wrong rooms, because how will you ever learn? So I met not one but two very, very cool people, and it was just so organic how it happened. And both these people, it was almost like divine intervention, because very similar, like-minded, and they dropped a lot of information on me, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of wisdom that just blew my mind today. And had I not been the person that I am, who doesn't know a stranger, and however I started both those conversations with them, whether I cracked a joke, said something, but opened up that conversation, and then being open-minded to just chat about things, and being fearless to just talk about stuff with people. Building relationships and being able to do that in life is very, very critical, because that, I think, adds a lot of fulfillment in life. Everybody has their moments where they want to be more isolated, kind of do something on their own, but I don't think humans are meant to be alone 24/7. I think relationships and sharing personal experiences and learning from one another is honestly how people grow. So I'm very grateful that that's something that I've always just done naturally, is just talk to people. So we're going to slam this meal, roll on with the rest of the day. We still have a few tasks we want to get done. So get this down, head to the store, and we'll be on to meal number 5, which is going to be the same one as this. 220 grams of rice and 200 grams of chicken. So wash this down and we'll be back for meal number 5. Back for meal number 5. So not much to talk about on this one. It's basically a repeat of what the last meal was before. So definitely not ideal that I started later in the day than I typically do, because now I'm feeling it. It's getting later into the day. I still have one more meal to do after this, and I'm definitely not very hungry. But that's a good sign, though, because you should really never be hungry when you're actually bulking. If you're eating enough food, you should never feel that hunger sensation, because that's not good. It means you're not keeping your body fed enough to continue to force it to grow. So just got back to the house, so we're going to try to knock out a few more chores maybe. And didn't get to mow in the yard. Happens. Took an L. Took an L on not waking up at 4 a.m. Taking an L on not mowing the yard. But not going to beat myself up too much about it. A big goal of mine was to make sure that, I was on top of getting something put out for this week. So we're doing that. But other than that, it's been a pretty good day, really. So we will catch you for the final meal of the day. All right, got a little chilly. So final meal of the day. It's gonna be Greek yogurt. Doing 2 scoops of protein, which I'm going to go ahead and drink one of those scoops, and then the other scoop I'm going to put in my Greek yogurt, because it's just good. If you don't do that, I don't know how you haven't tried that yet. Go ahead and mix this one up real quick. Put some water in there. Just a little bit. Get that down. But yeah, that's one of those easy snack options. If you haven't already done it, what's really good to do, you got the patience, throw some protein powder in your Greek yogurt, mix it in, and then put it in the freezer for 20 or 30 minutes. It literally, what am I doing? Makes it like frozen yogurt, ice cream. It's really good. So give that a try if you haven't yet. I used to use 000 Oikos a lot, which I still will if I'm not able to go to Sam's Club and get this one, which is funny because the macros are slightly better. I really think the only difference is maybe 1 more gram of protein, because the 000 is 17 as opposed to their Pro, it's 25. Theirs is 17 grams of protein, this one's 18. The big thing is that Oiko's 000 is 5 servings, this one's 7 servings. So cost per serving is better. So I rock with that. I use hot water on this. That sucks. We're not going to drink that random pack. We're going to add an ice cube to it. Oops. But, serving of the Greek yogurt. Turn that on. And 80 grams of granola. So I love that. Yeah, that's such an easy way to get some extra protein in. So generally I'd do, like, if I was doing a shake, do like 2 scoops, 2.5 scoops of protein inside of just a shake like this. Just water and the protein. But say I wasn't doing that, more like even if it's just like a cut, really only need like the 1 scoop inside of inside of your Greek yogurt, because getting protein from the yogurt, protein from the scoop, there's plenty of protein. Let's throw a little scoop of this Element cinnamon roll in there. Also, it's pretty close to bedtime, so I like to take my magnesium supplement and my cortisol supplement before I go to bed. So I'll go ahead and mix that up. They came out with this not too long ago. It's a powdered version of what they used to have in a capsule. They still do. But I like the powdered version because my magnesium's a powder. This sounds like a weird combo. This is chocolate sea salt, and this is glacier berry. But I will say this cortisol manager tastes more like a hydration supplement because of the blend of aminos in it. So the saltiness kind of complements the sea salt. We're getting low, so I'm gonna have to restock. That'll work. But this magnesium is also a magnesium complex, so it's got 6 forms of magnesium in it. So kind of covers all your bases there. We'll go ahead and get that down real fast while we're waiting for that to cool off. Mix that in. Give it a little froth. My sweet little Supplement Superstores St. Patty's Day mug. But yeah, cortisol manager just really helps you get your REM cycle sleep better, and then the magnesium definitely helps relax, wind down. Definitely helps play a role in also improving a little bit of my sleep quality. So and it tastes pretty good. So. I don't keep dishes in the sink. It's just not my style. Why let it sit in the sink and let things harden and crust to it, and then it's way harder to wash later versus right there, you know? Right there, when it's just easily rinsable, you can dang near just rinse it in the hot water and clean it. But of course we clean it, so. Mix in this protein. Add in this granola. And get this last meal done and out of the way so we can go to bed digesting a lot of protein and have a great workout tomorrow. I know this is about over 400-ish grams of protein daily, over 4,500 calories, and it's somewhere in the mid-range of 450-ish on carbs. And then the fats are around 100, I believe, if I remember correctly. So honestly, the 80 grams of granola is a lot inside of this. So I'm probably going to do like 40 grams and then put the other 40 inside of a cup and just eat the granola because it's that good. Money. All right. Let's enjoy this last meal so we can get to bed. I generally like to do, sometimes I'll buy the protein granola, like the dark chocolate oats protein granola or whatever. But I really like the cinnamon one. I'll do oats and honey granola as well. Cinnamon one just never fails. I mean, that cinnamon protein powder, it's just too good. So, I really don't get super extravagant with my meals. I'm just a creature of habit, and I like to simplify it, make it efficient. I'm not going to whip up a whole bunch of ingredients generally. If it was completely, and had nothing to do with the meal plan, and I was going to cook up a meal that I was trying to actually enjoy and have fun with, I would do it. If I was going to grill, you know, I'd get fancy with some things, but I don't get fancy with my meal preps because it saves time in the kitchen when I'm meal prepping instead of 6 hours in the kitchen because I'm dicing up a whole bunch of things and making all sorts of really cooking. I'm just like, cook the rice, cook the chicken, cook the beef, cook some eggs, throw it together. That's what works for me, so. All right. So, as you can see, I mean, ideally, if you're trying to grow, you should be eating anywhere from 4 to 6 times a day. It depends on how big your meals are. So, ideally, I could bulk up the meals with how busy I am. That way I don't have to worry about eating so much, but I also like to eat that, 3 to 4 hour window. Trying to hit that perfect timing on the anabolic window. Stimulate that muscle protein synthesis. I'm tired. Really not even that hungry. I just need to get to bed. Need to get some good sleep. These last couple nights have not been the best sleep. And I know with some good sleep tonight, we're going to have a 6 shoulder pump tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So that's a day of eating on a bulk on the road to 200. Well, we were 173 this morning, and the metabolism's just different than what the last bulk was. It will end up taking more food this time around, I know that, but we're going to do whatever it takes. The training split might even be changing here soon. So coach kind of wants to maybe implement another rest day, which I'm like, whatever I got to do to grow, I'll do it. Not a big fan of rest days, but if it makes me grow, that's what I'm here for. So, all right, we will catch you next week for whatever lift or eating video we got.